Morning everyone. Morning baby Raphael. I hope you've all had a great week. Before we start, I'm just going to put a bubble of white light of protection around us individually and around us as the family soul group that we are. So I just ask for that protection to be put around us. And I want to just have a quick word with you before we start about the power of your word. I don't know if you actually realise how powerful all of our words are and how much it actually affects our whole psyche. Your words can either make your life a dream or they can make it a nightmare. Right, if you think about it, if you concentrate on only thinking nice things, you're only going to get nice things happening to you. But if you're in the negative mode, look at Hitler. Right, Hitler actually changed the mindset of a whole nation with his words, with his negative words that introduced fear into all of his people. And you wouldn't think that you could actually do that to a nation. And that is just to show you how powerful that your words are. So your word can actually destroy millions of lives, or your word can make everyone that you meet feel beautiful and fantastic about themselves. And I don't know about you, I know which one that I would use. So if you think of almost like that your word is like a seed that you put out there. So if you're putting weeds in your seeds, in your garden of a mind, guess what, you're going to get all the weeds. But if you put beautiful flowers in there, that also is what you're going to get. So also the word that you use is not just about using it against other people, it's about how you use it against yourself as well. Every single one of us has said to ourselves, oh God, you're so stupid when you do silly actions. And we all say silly things like that about ourselves, but that actually is a way of abusing yourself. It's a weird way, but it's still a way of abusing yourself. So instead of looking at your life thinking, oh, like, you know, I've had a really bad, unhappy childhood. Well, I hate to say this, yeah, I think at least 3/4 of the world can say the same thing. And out of that 3/4, there's always someone who's had a harder time than what you've had, who's had a worse time than what you've had. So instead of dwelling on it, because what purpose does it serve you? All right, your parents weren't all that. And and yeah, so like, use your word to spread your love, whether it's for other people or whether it's to yourself. I'd like for you to do my experiment and get up in the morning, just on the odd occasion, and look in that mirror and tell yourself just 3 simple words: I love you. It's really important that we love ourselves, we love and nourish ourselves instead of abusing ourselves, because once we're nourished and feel loved, we can go out there and spread that love. Look, I mean, I'll tell you how powerful the word is. I'm sure I've told you this story before. When I was a young girl and I was at school, my art teacher didn't particularly like me. And she come up and went, oh, Eileen, how ridiculous. You've painted pink houses. And I've got to swear to God, I've never painted ever since. So something said so casually and so unimportantly actually had a direct effect on my life. Obviously, I weren't Leonardo, but I didn't really deserve to have my painting world shut down at such a young age when I believed my teacher. Don't forget that. I believed her, right? And that's what you have to be careful with your own words, who you're saying it to and how you're saying it. So remember when we said about the book Shantarama? I can't remember his name who wrote it. In his next book, he went, I'll never talk about anyone unless they're in the same room. All these things are guides to teach you to be careful of your word, because it is mightily powerful. So, enough of that, enough of me today. We're going to go off into our beautiful meditation now, so nice and relaxed. Get comfy in your chair, shut your eyes, and 3 deep breaths before we go off on our beautiful journey. And we start walking up our path, our wooded path. There's a beautiful, gentle breeze coming today with the warmth of the sun on our back. And as we went up the road, we're looking at all the bunnies and the butterflies and the bees. We notice all the flowers, the beautiful scents of flowers that we inhale, that beautiful sound of leaves rustling through the wind rustling through the leaves. And we're really happy today. And we walk up our road until we come to our grey dustbin. Our beautiful dustbin where we completely offload all of our worries, all of our fears, all of the stuff that serves us no purpose, only to put negativity into our lives. All those things that you think you should have done better, just put them in that dustbin. As long as you've tried as good as you can, it's as good as it gets. And I always say, you can do better today. I will do better today. And just make it a quest that you try and do better every day. So all them worries from this week, all them what if fears, put all of those in that dustbin and put down that lid really tight, because these little thoughts want to pop out and come back into our consciousness if we let them, and we're not having them with us today. And we carry on up our path. There's a very peaceful feeling about us today. We are content with our lives. And as we pass our brown dustbin of secrets, we almost glance surreptitiously at it. We will be coming to that before Christmas, so I want you to get yourself ready for that. And as we turn our last corner, there's our beautiful tree just waiting for us. We walk up to the tree, we acknowledge the tree, and then we slip in our little secret entrance that we get into the tree. Once in there, we're going to give ourselves a group hug. And there's a lot of love for each of us in the tree. And we're going to come and disperse that love to the world. So we drop our roots, let them go down into the tree. We're not actually going into the cave, but our roots can still reach them crystals. Wrap yourself around your favourite crystal, and then off to do our work. We allow ourselves to rise through the tree, up through the boughs, out through the leaves, out into the atmosphere, and up high, high, high we're going today. But we're not frightened. We know that we're safe. We know that we're being looked after while we are so high. And as we get up there, we look down on our very troubled world that we got, and we're going to send our love, our healing, and our forgiveness to every single living thing on the earth, whether it's a person, an animal, or a plant. I don't mean to leave out the fishes, but I don't know where they come in the world, so we'll have to just include them in our animals. Every single one of them, as much love, healing and forgiveness. No judgment of who gets it, just out there for absolutely everyone. Open that heart chakra right up there and send all that love and healing and forgiveness to the whole world. And I shall leave you doing exactly that. And now it's time to come back. But before you do, just have a look round. There's thousands of other angels and earth angels like yourselves doing exactly the same work as us all over the world. And that's why even when you think you're not doing a lot, you are doing enough. And as we come back down through the leaves, through the boughs, down into the trunk of the tree, we're going to unfurl those roots that we've put around our beautiful crystals that accentuate our work. And now we're going to have a family hug, all of us. Much love and healing for our own selves and forgiveness for our own selves as we can possibly muster. And with that, we thank the tree. The tree thanks us. And we walk down the path, and there's a lightness to our step because we know that we're doing valuable work. And there's a sense of satisfaction in our own souls. And we come down past our brown dustbin and carry on till we're past our grey dustbin. And there's all little bunnies and butterflies and bees and birds, all the noises of nature that actually invigorate us. And as we're walking back down our path, we are holding our hands out and we are absorbing everything that the earth has to give to us. And she gives us a lot so freely. And then we come back into the chair where we started our journey from. 3 deep breaths. Bring yourself back to the now. Well done, you all. Well done. Fantastic work yet again. Fantastic work. Whether you can feel it or not, it's happening. Believe me, it's happening. But right, so I'll try to remember everything in order today. Cards for today. This is actually too random. I picked these cards out just before I started. The Archangel Power Tarot cards. And I pulled out peace from the Archangel Azrael, who does help us with peaceful feelings. Release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. And it's just to say, good things are coming. Just get ready for them and expect them, and they will be coming, because I think that it's almost like we've been through a trial and we're coming through it with flying colours. And then the next card that I pulled, just to confirm things like it does, the unicorn cards of Diane Cooper. And she said, it's the future. Her meaning of this card is let go of the past and move forward. Both complementary cards to each other, saying to us, don't stay where we are. Look forward to what's coming in the future, but in a positive way. You've got to learn. Do you know that the average human thinks, I don't know how they measure these things, but we think around 50,000 thoughts every day. But it's up to you whether you're making them thoughts negative thoughts or positive thoughts. And it's a bit like what we were talking before. You can hang on to all your angst from the past and live it and relive it every single day of your life and never progress forwards. Or you can just choose to ignore it. Oh mate, that's come up again. Put that in my grey dustbin. Your dustbins are mobile as well. You can carry your grey dustbin around you just for when you need it. When you get thoughts like my past, etc., like, oh, I'm choosing to ignore that. And I think that's the thing that makes it different, because if you ignore it, it makes your life so much more peaceful. And like the thing is, you can't go back and revisit your childhood and change it. You just got to come to terms with it. And I do think, I honestly believe that at least 3/4 of the world have got issues with their childhoods. in some form or the other. And most of it, like with your parents, are not intentionally horrible to you. I mean, I know some of them are, but most people are not intentionally horrible to each other. It's just how it comes out, and it's their beliefs at the time, and as you get your own beliefs, you disagree with them, but you don't have to carry them forever. You know, no one can hurt you without your consent. You have to allow these. If you're going to allow the negative thoughts, you are allowing them. So it's your choice. You can recognise that your mind goes like it snowballs, like the effect. You start thinking about one thing and then it just gets bigger and bigger. But you can just say, oh, hold up, I'm going off on a tangent again. Let me not think that no more. I'm putting that in my grey dustbin. And then every time you ignore and dismiss a negative thought that fulfills your mind, or fills your mind rather, your peaceful moments are only moments away. The more peaceful your mind is, the more common sense and wisdom that you allow to get in there, and that'll tell you where to go and what to do. So just try really hard every time you're going down a negative thought, whether it's a what if worry, what if this happens, what if that happens, in your very strong-willed mind. If you don't want to carry the dustbin around with you, you can make a little box in your mind and put them negative thoughts in there just as easily as not. Anyway, that's my rant for today. Thank you, our gorgeous nurses and doctors and carers and cleaners and dustmen and paramedics. I mean, I could spend the whole meditation thanking people. Everyone out there that is trying their best, thank you very much. Thank you all. Don't matter how little it is. There's no such thing as little, actually. It all helps, it all contributes. And we are a whole. All of us, all around the whole world, we're all family. And that includes the animals and the plants. We are all of one. And what affects one affects all of us. So be careful with your thoughts. Anyway, close down your energy centres now. Your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar, your sacral, and your root chakra. Put your cloak round, put your hood up, and when you feel really safe, get out there. But the minute that you're out there, open that heart chakra right up and send love and healing to anyone and everyone that crosses your path. It will make you feel really good, and you can't tell. One simple smile to someone else can transform not only their whole day, but it could be the trigger that makes them realise that they are loved. And that's really important. I have to read it every time. Mother Teresa, spread love wherever you go. Let no one come to you without leaving the happier for meeting you. And I just think, if that's your ambition in life, what a fantastic ambition. And I will say thank you to all of you who are trying your very best to do exactly that. And I think if we all help each other, we'll get through this thing. We will get through this thing. It's not going to be forever. It's just painful at the moment. So don't forget, stay safe out there and stay alert. If you feel wobbly, you know instinctively that you're not in the right place. Move away from it. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or what anyone says to you. Make your own mind. Use your own intuition and trust it, because it's there to guide us in this life. It's not there just to give us the horrors or anything like that. So again, once again, please share these videos if you can. I just think they're really important to help people out there. So share them if you can. And I keep a record of them on YouTube under Eileens Crystal Singing Bowl Meditations. You can go back and refer to any of them if you like. We're up to 40, I think, this week. Anyway, all of you, take care of yourselves. I love you all. I love you, my baby Raphael. So stay safe, stay alert. Thank you very much for coming once again, and we'll see you next Monday, same time-ish. Bye-bye. Love you all. Bye-bye, Raphael.